Hello, fair listener. Welcome and thank you for following our journey on metagaming by Rum Propelled Gaming. Fair warning, sometimes we are not safe for work, and others not safe for real life. Journey forth at your own risk. Now let's dive right back into Tarath through the campaign Alilopolis.
Fucking
It's
Craig.
Fucking Craig.
My lord, the time approaches.
The hand of fate tosses, the dice rolls, spins, turns. The campaign starts and ends, leaving memories that become stories. Stories flow out into the infinite sea, painting it with legends. Legends wash up on the shores throughout the infinite sea, fading to myth until myths are forgotten. And again, the hand of fate tosses, the dice rolls, spins, turns. Hitherto, we left our adventurers known as the Rum Rollers in the Mittelmeer, on their way back to sORCrates to deliver the breath of Dragon Shandar, successfully bargained for to Queen Phiada of sORCrates. On their way, they deftly evaded a gargantuan mass of tentacles by using Wisteria's ability to turn everyone to gas while on the decks of Adune. A night and a day pass with only a huge shadow on the horizon. During the morning, though, the Rum Rollers are set upon by a crew of over 100 free trader turtles with no flag. They try to fly away, only to have the deck wizard of the turtles to board and demand they land to trade, as is their right in the free waters here, and that's when the Rum Rollers noticed two more similar large ships to the south. As the Rum Rollers landed back into the waters of the Mittelmeer, they see the ship is more than what it appeared, as it has a huge tortoise underneath of it. Under threat of an attack, if they didn't comply, Hamilton, or Flambleton, as posing as captain and Kiro as first mate to create a trade to let them continue on their way safely towards sORCrates. Grand Dam poofs into existence with Cat pretending to be a normal chicken, and Admiral Gaebulkson greets them on the other side of the plank to begin negotiations, while disrespecting Kiro the whole time, subtly. Gaebulkson explains to Flamilton and Kiro they find themselves on the deck of the Kobuksun and asks that they have where they've been traveling. Flamilton claims they are the Rum Rollers and have been trading in sugars from titty sprinkles. After disrespecting Kuro again by not offering a drink to him and only offering a bootstrap molasses rum to Flamilton. Mime, at this point, Flamilton poofs out of existence, and Mime poofs into Flamilton with reality bending and reshaping around to make it appear as if Mime had always been in Flamilton's negotiating point. Admiral Mime demands a feast before any further trading discussions. Gaebulkson complies and takes notes, ordering foodstuffs over to the Dune for the Rum Rollers to be prepared for the feast. Gaebulkson also orders his first mate to begin setting up tables and cutlery for the feast on the Kobuksun's deck. The Rum Rollers convene below decks in the belly of a Dune to hatch a secretive reconnaissance plan to gather more information on these free traders. Grand Dam sneaks through the decks of the Kobuksun as a rat, gathering their perspective, and meeting Chitsia, a female rat who he promises lots of food upon his call to find him. Rarl, disguised as a turtle and Cat, secreted in his backpack, sneak on the deck of the Kobuxun into the Admiral Gabuxun's corridors, with help from a group of rats. Unfortunately, this triggered a trap, and Rarl was in. Then Rarl, while Rarl was actually impersonating the first mate, and Grandam got covered in red glowing magical dust. Cat got a few specks on her feathers as well. Oh, on his feathers as well, which he tore off those prospective feathers. And Kiro called all the first mates together during the meantime for tea on the decks of Adune. During the conversations, an agreement was made for the terms of trading, or the rules to be set for those, between the captain and for a piece of land from the Queen of sORCrates. They would gladly fly under someone else's flag in exchange. The feast begins. Dune stealthily delivers all of the meals cooked to her decks, with the crew of the Kobuxun none the wiser. Admiral Mime stays back on the ship of Adune with a sickness of not existing, while Kuro, still playing the first mate to Admiral Mime, disembarks to inform the other captains and mates he will be filling in for negotiations while Admiral Mime is indisposed. A whole lot of eating and drinking lead to a successful deal in bargaining for the for the crew of the Kobuxun to have better food connections, as they'd asked about the cook on Adune, and as well as rights for the for land rights in sORCrates that the Rum Rollers would negotiate with Queen Phiada. And in exchange, the Kobuxun would escort sORCrates the rest of the way to sORCrates, and the Rum Rollers would have exclusive trading privileges, leaving all the crews of the Kobuxun at their full disposal for any trades that the Rum Rollers would like to make in any future endeavors. And the contract is awaiting Admiral Mime's signature as Kiro brings it back on deck in the late night, and everybody goes to sleep. During the dealings, however, Rarl and Grandam were eating and drinking vigorously amongst the rest of the crew, where Rarl convinces his brothers to sneak the last barrel of Zeph's brew aboard the Kobuxun successfully. So much drinking ensues that Grandam almost boinks his newfound rat companion Tizia, who was making googly eyes at him while he was blackout. And Rarl passes out flyers to the rest of the Kobuxun's crew to not start unions and to become part of the Rum Rollers and how great it will be, and just generally talks up the Rum Rollers. And
Sorry, Yin Yang.
and Grandam, in his drunken stupor, was doing keg stands with the rest of the crew of the Kobuxun and won the first house to be built for the Turtle Folk in sORCrates. Was generally agreed upon, as he won the keg stand competition, drank the last drops of the keg without fully passing out. So let's find out what happens this time. Yeah. First thing I'm going to need.
After that.
is done. I think it's a Constitution roll. I was trying to get back to where I'd posted it, but I think I would have to. I can just go to the pins too. I might have to go over to these pins though. Whoop. Trying to figure out exactly what it is you guys are rolling, but it's for the hangover.
Oh God, no.
It's a mighty hangover.
um,
Con save, I would think.
possibly. Ugh.
Olivia, you weren't here. You get to level up all your characters because you ran a one shot.
You
I
ran
was
a
in
one shot. You ran a one shot.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
So you get one level free for all of your characters. It's something new that I'm going to be doing this year at Eurythmic Veracity, but I was just informing
Oh
those
shit!
who it'll affect. For now,
Serious.
let me see. There it is. Okay, table 2. Nope. Okay. Where did it go now? Oh, I get it. Roll on table 2 according to how drunk you were before taking a long rest. Correct. Constitution modifier. Okay. From this number to get the number of hours you were. Oh, okay. According to how drunk you were passing out. Okay, so I see it now. Grandam, you were blackout. I know for sure. But I think
so.
Hero and Raro were both just drunk on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Which looks like for you guys, you need to roll that were just drunk a D8, and then minus your Constitution modifier from it. And Grandam, you need to roll a
D8.
D10 and minus your Constitution modifier from it.
3 minus my con mod.
Yep.
So the higher constitution, the worse you do.
Better.
Yes.
Yeah.
No?
So what you
Oh,
rolled a
better?
3.
Okay.
Yeah. You rolled
And
a.
my con is +2, so I got a 1.
So for 1 hour you
Am
were
I-
hungover.
Am I still
Oh.
four?
And it
We
is
can hear
the
you.
worst fucking hour for everyone. I bitch the whole time.
we
So
can
what are
hear
we doing?
you. For yourself, you need to roll a D8 there. You know,
Roll a d8. All right, d8.
and then subtract your Constitution modifier.
This might be a since we
ne-
concluded
ne-
that. Am I
negative
still
2.
level 4?
Okay, so you are not hungover.
Well, I currently am looking at a 2.
Nice.
Did you roll a 2 with a
A 2
D10?
total.
Oh, okay, so you already subtracted your modifier and everything. Okay, so you're hungover for 2 hours.
Well, that's not so bad.
So that ain't so bad.
First
I am
hour,
half of
hour
it.
is just me yowling.
I'm half a dragon. Anything less would be uncivilized.
You guys probably all would wake up then to Rarl yowling in the early hours of the morning, looking for calf.
I'm gonna make it myself.
Oh, don't you worry. I can make it for you, dearie.
Oh, thank God. Still yowl. Everyone needs to know.
No, everybody doesn't have a visual, but you guys are still at sea in the Mittelmeer, anchored, still about a half a day to sORCrates, connected to the small fleet of giant tortoise ships known as the Kobuksons. And most of
Yeah, we're
them
still stuck,
seem to be up and about, kind of making the rounds, as it were. Some of them doesn't seem like they're getting ready to sail or anything yet. If you're making your way out on the deck but I assumed everybody was still in their cabins.
I'll wake up
Oh,
from wherever I'm sleeping and kind of like wander out to the common area.
since Kira was not drunk, he would have taken the time to get up early to properly, don his armor and make himself presentable before the captain. After, as he would think of it, as a very unflattering appearance last night.
You were drunk, but you were not hungover, luckily. Because the captains all were drinking the rum, and they were
And
sharing
I was
with you.
I was keeping with him, and I was not rolling the right
No,
modifiers.
yeah, your rolls were garbage there for it, but it turned out to be good in your favor.
Yeah, once I started rolling the right saves.
On here, so I can actually move everybody if mine loads too into the cabins. But I know you don't have a visual on that there, Admiral Mime. So, yeah. Sounds like Cat and Rarl are in the combined
I'm getting
common room.
pampered by my siblings. Combing my hair.
I'm
wearing
currently the
sunglasses.
same.
I think I can technically see the roles in D&D Beyond. If I go to the campaign, it'll just be hard when I have to roll too.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're just on the ship. So is it morning? Everybody's waking up with or without hangovers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to right, because I did not partake in the festivities, so
Right.
I bleeped out of existence. But I'm assuming I slept wonderfully. So I'm just awake this morning. I'm just gonna like stretch and like saunter around with a jolly look on my face, and just go over and get a shit ton of food from Adune and just eat and hang out and just with a sunny disposition and just look around at everybody.
You would see Kiro all prepared and already seated, grabbing food for the morning, not looking like he's hungover.
Grandam looks like he is more bedraggled than normal.
Tell him not actually that hungover, but I'm being a huge bitch about it.
Did Josh drop off?
He might
I
have.
think he did.
Uh-huh.
Are we getting him anything?
That's a good question.
For the viewers. We're going to his house.
Right? For the viewers playing along at home. I have this bottle of
Meow, says Rarl.
Meow, meow.
Eating eggs? No, he wouldn't eat eggs. Eggs are disgusting. Fish.
even when they're fluffy.
I mean, he's a cat,
What
right? Do cats eat
if they have
eggs?
cheese on
Do
them?
they? Ooh,
Maybe if they're
he would
covered in
be.
cheese.
I mean, he'd probably load up like a cheesy.
Right,
cheesy
like
egg.
1 spoon of eggs and like 4 spoons of cheese.
Yep.
I feel like that's the ratio.
I don't know why. My people are prone to diabetes and heart failure. That's caused by too much dairy.
Is it?
We're all lactose intolerant.
Fine.
Oh. I think Josh died.
His thing is up. He's got an icon, but he's on mute, and there's a little exclamation point.
Now he's not
He's
muted.
trying.
I'm
Struggle is real. There he is.
He is.
Ready?
was the technical
Josh, step
issue.
back into the life.
You think,
But,
therefore you are.
I heard the majority of it, and you guys are getting served by Adune, all your requests for the most part,
Yeah, get breakfast.
including some calf, which I have made as an item. I've made a few things as an items too. I did make that printing press, but I call it a sheaf press.
Yeah, I saw that.
My brain landed on the term for a sheaf of paper anymore. Let's make it that.
Yes. Kira would
True.
have requested for some shark gyoza. Because of the ridiculous amount of shark him and Rorson brought to the ship.
Pretty sure she can just turn that into anything with magic.
I don't, not magic. I can do some cooking though, but I could probably take a little bit from some of the leftovers that the Kobuksung left us with here, and pulls from some of the rice stalks now, and the seaweed stalks. But of course, we have the shark.
It would be much appreciated, Adune.
Certainly. I hope they're to your palate. You want that cooked, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'll do a light sear, and yeah. I heard eggs and cheese.
Of cheese. 4 times the amount of cheese than eggs, please.
Well, that should be fairly easy because we have more cheese than we do eggs on board, but okay.
Perfect as planned. Anyway, Melme, Captain, welcome back.
Gonna shoot you with some finger guns.
I believe
have
better
a deal.
honorifics are in order.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
gonna look over and be like, so how did it go? What's the deal? Are we escaping?
You are now full Admiral Mime with a Vice Admiral Gobukson and a entire armada at your disposal.
To be sick. We're gonna make so
No-
much fucking money.
Yeah.
I show her a graph.
Walk
It goes
me
straight up.
through. Yeah,
It's a
so walk me
Sharpie.
through this plan.
So, what is being asked of us is quite simple and quite humble. They are only asking that we speak and partition on their behalf to the Queen of sORCrates so that they
Oh,
can
we know
have
that
a
bitch.
plot of
She's our
land,
BFF.
and then only that they sail under your colors, Admiral May.
They want a
Oh,
place to
shit.
live. So they want a place to permanently live, which would mean like we have to buy land there or get a lease, and then build barracks and maybe call it
No. We
company
get
property.
the queen to give us some land.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
again,
we
she's
could
our
do
BFF.
that too.
Yeah, we
Sure.
just get her to give us some
One-
land she's not using.
And then
Right, in
they
exchange
work
for all this
us.
dragon's breath we brought back. Aren't we bringing her back dragon's breath?
Yes, but part
In
of it I
jars?
think was get a Dune to fly, but I don't know the rest of it. We have a contract
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah, we do. Aduna definitely has to
But yeah.
fly, but I think we can, because we did such a good job, I think she'll throw in some extra land for free.
Then
Yeah,
they'll
look
work for us.
to get a Dune to fly, and we
They
also
will
will-
work for the Admiral.
1%
There
that,
would
Joe?
there is
That
You're a little quiet.
that's actually
Can
it's
you
actually
hear me?
Cat. Yep.
Yes,
Just
Cat.
a
I
little,
can
or
hear
Cat. You're just a little quiet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
At least to
But
me.
we had a contract, and I believe it was for getting Adune the power of flight, and we receive 1% of the profits from all the sales that they make off of the dragon's breath, because somebody is
right.
going to sell it.
Yeah.
And now we have a slam dunk partnership on both sides that we're the exclusive like supplier, and we have a fleet to make that supply run. So now we just go finish this off, cash in, and then we don't have to deal with this anymore, and we just get money. We just get money.
Are we now an international
Good money.
monopoly? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Kira would interrupt Rorson when they say they work for us, and
Work for the captain, Admiral.
specify the admiral. They work for Mime.
Yes, but we're a company, right? Like, she is the
That-
the VIP or CEO or admiral of it, but like we're a team.
We are.
Obviously, she's the head, but
She the HHC, the head halfling in charge.
I'm not gonna correct Rorelson. um, it's close enough.
he's just kind of
No,
waving.
Mime is generally build a bigger table kind of person, not bigger walls. So I think it's gonna work out.
So we do that. We have a constant flow of money, and then we have to decide. Well, you have to decide what we do after Adune can fly, and such on.
Money
I'm
is
pretty
good.
sure there's some sort of and I get a nosebleed, looming global threat to the entire planet, but I don't really know. Suggestion.
To the Queen first. How
Hear it in
far
my
away
eggs.
are we from sORCrates? I'm gonna hand you a tissue for your nose.
Thank you. I don't want to bleed
Yeah.
into my cheese and eggs.
You gotta stop doing this. This happens too much.
More and
What
more.
we could do, Kiro hears threat, and yes, like the PNC. Yes, we
Those
can deal with
guys.
them.
Did
With all those
Kira
funds.
know about them separately?
Oh
Rum
no,
Rollers ran into the PNC a long time
Rorson.
ago.
Yeah, Rorson made that, and it was very much determined by Kiro. We're going to kill them and make them stop.
And unless Rorelson comes with an idea for us to own them too. I mean, who knows? We'll see.
I mean,
Tune in
their
next time.
resources. I'm just saying, they're a multi-dimensional company. If we could do a merger or a takeover, oh my god.
If we're rolling in
And
cash,
think
we
of
can
it.
just buy them out.
But here's my idea for that, right? So, say you're a poor person somewhere in the world and you want your family to be wealthy. You
Just a poor
sign
boy.
up with our company, right? Then when you die, you don't get buried. Your body gets shipped to our factories where you are reanimated and sent to a factory line. And then your children get the percentage stipend of everything you make as you never die for eternity.
Kiro gives you the sharpest, that is the most disgusting, horrendous, horrible thing you could ever say. Please do not state that again.
I'm
Look
just
at
saying,
you.
if it was consensual, right? If you were if it was because they're not using the bodies anymore.
The dead should stay dead.
Yeah, they would be dead.
It seems pretty economical to me.
God, did you die?
Oh no!
Who died?
Oh.
Oh no, somebody's gone.
Somebody pooped.
Anyway,
I think it
it was just a note in one of my notebooks about capitalism, and I was just wondering how to get people working longer than their normal lifespan.
Maybe you should burn
God.
that book. You should burn
We're
that
gonna
book.
end retirement, guys.
Just no retirement. Just work until you die, and then keep working.
Think of the profits, the production, the industry.
It'll never be over.
Anyway, but that's for another day and another dime. Today we have to go see the Queen, so we have to look nice. We're about a half day's journey, so we have time to pamper. And then we present ourselves, bring some of the dragon stuff. Don't forget, we have to get a date for the dragon with her
Yes.
as part of the
Mm.
agreement. So land the contract.
So wait. Do we want the queen to go to the island, the dragon's island, or are we trying to get the dragon to come to Socrates? I feel like that second one is not ideal.
No.
I feel like it would be totally up to her to set her own comfort zone, right? She's going to
Seems
be
like
meeting with the
surprise.
dragon. Yeah, I mean, we'll just throw the idea at her and see what she thinks.
Okay.
So we need the date with the dragon for her, land for the turtle people, and then our contract fulfillment, and then whatever else pops up. I'm
Okay.
gonna shut up the entire time, so I don't fuck anything up. I'm going
That's a
to
nice
sit
thought.
on my hands.
So don't forget you have pillows somewhere. So
There's
yeah,
so
so I
many.
forgot about the date with the dragon. We should plan, right? Sort of like a blind date scenario for them, right? So that like, nice romantic evening, we can have some candles, there can be some, I don't know, guys, whatever our resources are. Maybe once a Dune's flying, is the dragon too big to be on a Dune?
I think
He can
transform.
Dragons are capable of transmuting themselves.
Oh, that's right.
To
So
look
yeah.
more-
So if
My God, you're
If-
right. We
if
could be
Shandar-
caterers. We could cater it. Oh, the expansion.
yeah, we could cater
That's
it,
so fun.
and it can be in the air, right? How much more romantic would it than like a boat ride, a flying boat ride at night?
Wouldn't she
It's true.
explode if he like transformed in the middle of Grand Dam makes
Yeah.
a circle with one hand and puts his finger in it?
Hero looks
The
at you,
queen-
offended as all get out. Looks offended
I
as
said the
all
queen
get
is
out.
not shy or bashful. I think the queen is gonna be fine.
Yeah, she'll probably be into something like that.
Exploding.
Yeah. I feel like her and the Shandar and the queen are actually gonna make a pretty good pair.
Yeah, they
Whatever
seem
happens.
pretty
Yeah.
compatible on that level.
Good trade partners, like strong nearby allies. It's all upsides for them, I think. Is there anything else we want to do in Socrates while we're here, or wait until after?
Do we want to catch up with our dude with the card, the business card? We have friends, right?
The driver?
Yeah.
We have a driver.
The guy who
Maybe
kept
we just
driving
wanna
us
say hi.
around the night that we were here.
Sure, I mean, we could call him to pick us up at the port to bring us to the Queen. Other than that, I mean, we'll have to set up like a corporate headquarters and stuff like that, but don't think we have any money left over to go shopping, or if anyone needs anything, or if Adune needs anything, or I don't know. We'll figure that out later. For now, let's just do the thing. Yes?
Okay.
Those of you that are drinking from the café, it's like coffee basically, but it's it's got some magical imbuements to it.
Hell yeah. Mine's heavily
Besides-
diluted with cream.
Yeah, I'm definitely
that
drinking that
case-
shit black.
In that case, you're probably only getting half of the health benefits, but it wouldn't really particularly matter. You guys both or all had. Actually, for those of you that are hungover, I don't know if you would have technically gotten a long rest. Good question. But you should still more or less have had one before, I think, and been mostly up to full health as far as I knew. The last
much.
encounter you guys Yeah, was a while back. But it also gives you advantage on intelligence and wisdom checks, and strength and dexterity checks, and 15 feet of
Jesus.
movement. Yep.
Whoa.
But
I'm gonna get like a hat that just feeds me
oh,
calves.
sorry, it's one of these benefits. Sorry, it's either intelligence or wisdom or strength or dexterity. I misread it.
Oh,
and,
okay.
I was like, all of them?
And
Okay.
Yes,
Uh,
sir. Not gonna say a word.
yeah, so it's one of those two, for the until the next time you sleep, and it removes 1 point of exhaustion. So if you guys didn't have that good of a sleep, anyways, that's the main reason that Adune was offering it.
Hot damn.
Hot damn.
Yeah, it
Tell me what it does again. I'm sorry.
removes a point of exhaustion, and you can
Ooh.
either have advantage on strength and dexterity checks or intelligence and wisdom checks, and it gives you 15 feet of movement.
15 plus 15. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And
I like that. Yes.
15 feet of movement? That's perfect for me. Look at the others. I'm gonna get addicted, guys. Adune, could I get like a few like pouches of this for the go?
Sorry, that's some of the last that we have on deck.
I turn to the others. We have to go to a coffee shop in town
I was
when we
only
get
able
there.
to get a bit more provisions from the other ships. They were generous in their offerings for the feast yesterday, but there's still a good bit of us here.
Right.
I take a big drink of the little cup that she made for me, and I'm just like, we'll get you some more supplies once we get to sORCrates.
That sounds good.
I'm just
Should I
drinking it by just
continue-
burying my head in this cup that she gave me.
Should we
Should I-
tell them we're coming? Does anyone have the ability to cast like ascending and be like, "Hello, Queen, we're on our way"?
I mean, won't there be an announcement when not only we get to the ports, right? Because the Queen knows us. So when we get to the ports, and then B,
A metric size.
this whole
vessels that are
armada
following.
of turtles.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. An armada of turtles is about to just suddenly appear.
Well,
Right.
they should stay within sight of the city, but not go completely into port, and they should let us go first and be like, hey, they need to dock. They're cool and not gonna hurt anyone. Right?
Carl,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know though too that you're in contact with, shoot, I just looked up his name a bit ago too. The
One of the guys
factory-
there, I have the card.
Yeah.
Pull out a card. One of them says, "Matt, I can't." No, not that one. Here, this one. This is a guy in town. I can't remember who exactly right now. Either way, that's a
Yeah.
good plan to have them wait off and not like, just like be like, knock, knock, hello, giant armada.
Yeah, we'll just have them wait in sight, but not come to port just yet.
Right. Stand up, T-pose, start getting cleaned.
Also, am I still to hide my presence to the other ships? It'll be somewhat harder as we move along. I think they'll have some questions on how I work exactly as I move a bit faster than normal ship.
We should upgrade her defenses. She's so valuable.
We should. We need to
Totally
get her
should.
some armor plating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
it could be
magical
a big-
defenses, right?
Oh, magical defenses too, yes. Both.
Mad.
And attack. Big cannons. Anyway. I don't know. Captain? Admiral? Not myself.
What do you think, Adune? Let's ask Adune.
Well, I think
That's
I
true.
like these these tortoises that are out here, they all seem pretty chill. And I think I would like to talk to some of them on occasion, if I might. Like to provide for some interesting debates.
They would be very
Yeah,
sweet.
have you not been talking to them?
No, I've been hiding my presence as we talked about.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
now that
right.
we're friendly, right? I'm gonna look around at everybody. I'm like, that's okay, right? Adune can talk to the tortoises.
She's a fully sentient beast, and if anyone wants to mess with her, I'll kill them. So,
I ask Adune if she wants to talk to them. Does she want to make her presence known?
I think so. I think it would be nice. I think Grand Dam, you've talked to them. It seems like you've made contact with them, and they
Oh yeah,
in
the
that way
tortoises, they're good. They're good. I like them. They just want to eat kelp. Like same,
Yeah.
buddy. Same.
Okay. Well, that's
sweet.
my answer. I would like to talk to them. I think they might have some interesting thoughts on the way back.
Are you going to spook them when you first talk to them? You're going to be
Uh,
like, poke them on their shoulder with your little wooden hand, and then there's no one there, and then you do it on the other shoulder, and then you say, boo.
no, I was just thinking that
Oh.
I would, say hi first.
Very cordial.
Yes. It's kind of my upbringing. I hope that's all right.
Please do.
Oh, I was raised in the elven houses, and before I became a spirit inside a tree, and my family had been captured and were indentured servants to another house when I passed away.
Wow. Do you have any family left? Do you want to see them or visit?
I don't know, honestly.
Oh. Okay.
It
I
was
didn't
kind
mean
of
to
hard.
offend.
Oh, no offense. I just kind of interesting. I haven't really thought about it for a while. Once I was a tree, I was really just being a tree.
I get it. That'd be fun.
Being a tree is pretty great.
I get it.
Photosynthesizing.
Did you just say photosynthesizing?
I don't know. I like to sit in the sun. So I imagined it's nice for trees too.
Oh, the sun is lovely as trees. It's it's a it's akin to uh a warm hug and warm soup.
Oh, that's nice. Same.
Does sound nice.
Oh, finish my breakfast.
Right. So what about defenses? We talked about Adune. Do you feel like you need any additional defenses? Is there any defense capability we can get you?
Oh, I don't really know. I've not really been of a tactical mind. Just usually serving mind. So I don't really have experience in that area. I can tell you though that somebody is about to be walking across our decks. It looks like somebody. Oh, that looks like the first mate. And you hear a knocking on the door.
Mm. You're supposed to ask permission to board a ship, but I guess we
Hero
weren't paying attention.
stands up to go attend to the first mate.
You open the door and you see an even 3 steps back from the door with their hands behind their back, crossed. It seems like in an attention pose, a relaxed attention pose. Um, uh, I've come to report that we're getting ready to be able to set sail, and I just wanted to check in with everybody over here. Well, the captain did anyhow, to make sure that you can tell he's like nursing his head a little bit, and he's got some bloodshot eyes. everybody was awake and about ready to be setting sail. The sun is just getting over the early morning mists, so I figured it might be good time. These are some of the words of the captain as well. Again, he says. Then he kind of stifles a yawn.
Please inform your captain to inform the new vice admiral that Admiral Mime wishes we will set sail. We will make first landing into sORCrates, and your fleets shall remain just outside of port until called upon.
Duly noted. Duly noted. I hate to seem any sort of brusque, but my captain did ask me to inquire about the agreement and whether or not it had been signed by Admiral Mime.
I will check real quick if you'd wait right here for me.
I pull it out of like
Certainly.
a huge beard, like chug. Oh shit!
Uh-oh. Was that important?
Yes. And,
Mending.
yeah. Please.
The words reappear on the page, but it is still sopping wet. Because it doesn't clean it.
Oh shit! Anyone got prestidigitation?
I do not.
Start waving it around a little bit.
Druid craft and make it wetter.
It's the wrong way. Oh no!
Hero's going to take it and attempt to moderate the heat coming out of his mouth and not set it ablaze, but heat it, dry it.
Oh, wait.
Kind of like
I have prestidigitation, not
oh, thank God. God.
not the other one.
Oh,
Not mending.
thank God.
Okay.
And
So
I'll just
you-
blast friends and prestidigitation.
Blast. What?
I was just listing my cantrips. I have it instead of
okay.
mending.
Okay, so when you pull it out of the mug then and you cast prestidigitation, in that case, the liquid seems to be pressed out of it and go back into the mug. You're holding it by the opposite corner of the drips that are dripping back into the mug, but it does look like the texts have been smudged in that case.
Would mending repair that? Because I have mending.
It should, yeah.
Ah, teamwork!
I come over and I cast mending on it.
And
High five.
the slanting, dripping ink that came out of it goes back up into the page and reforms into letters of the agreement.
Hero takes it and kind of looks at Rawson like, you had one job. One.
No, my
But
job was
then,
to get everyone drunk and to make them love us, and I did really good at that. So
Oh, no.
That was the
He's
job.
you
I
were
got
in
it.
charge of the documents. Just saying.
How did you get it out of my pocket then?
I'm a
Just
thief.
repair.
I know, exactly. So, he presents the
repair work.
documentation to Admiral Mime. Here is
Good
the
repair
full
work.
agreement.
Yes, it did.
Oh, okay, so I can read it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. All right, I'm gonna look at the agreement. Is it utter gibberish or is it actually decent?
It's pretty concise, and it's just giving all of the trading rights of the crew of their crew to whoever holds the admiral spot in the Rum Rollers, basically, and then your name is stated as the current holder of that claim, as
it
well
spelled right?
as.
I'm sorry, I'm talking to my wife. I forgot to mute myself.
Oh, you're good. It's It's spelled mostly right.
Hmm.
It's got 2 E's instead of an A as the second part of Mime.
We have to
It
fix
was a
that. Not a fan of that.
Mime.
Yep, that needs to
Instead
be
of-
correct.
Yeah, it has to be right.
Kiro looks
I'm
very
gonna tell it to
flustered,
Kara.
and that he made a mistake.
Needs to be
He,
spelled
he,
right.
he looks very flustered that he misspelled things. Please allow me the moment to fix this.
Ronald's just shake his head.
But otherwise, you read in there too that they would escort you to sORCrates, and that you guys were going to negotiate land rights in sORCrates or connected to sORCrates, and better food connections, i.e., chefs or people that could teach them to cook better.
Okay. Well, that might be a little bit of a problem. Although now that they know, well, at least their turtles are going to know that Aduna is sentient, and I'm assuming that that information's going to percolate on up, so that's probably fine. Or I guess we should ask Aduna. Aduna, how do you feel about teaching people to cook?
Oh, I would love to.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'm good with that. So yeah, then all we need to do is fix my name, so that's important. And then we're good.
And Kiro asks for new parchment and goes to task at rewriting the agreement.
I'm guessing you don't have a penmanship skill, so you could roll a
Sleight of hand, I guess.
sleight of hand, yeah, to see how well that goes.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see here. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Please, oh please. Okay, at least it's not a negative. Please don't make it bad. Do we have one use of inspiration for rerolls?
I don't think anyone gave you inspiration currently.
Well,
Did you drink any of the coffee?
yeah.
That
Did
help
you
you?
choose whether or not it's
I always choose Dex and Strength because that's my main
well,
primary.
then you got advantage.
Okay. Please. Okay, 16. Woo!
The little things in
All
life.
right. So
I have no idea.
it only took you
No.
one additional sheet, so you made another error while you were doing it, but it was minor, and then you got frustrated and just probably ripped it up and grabbed another sheet and started over again.
Oh
in
yeah,
that
he
time.
would not hand anything to the admiral that is subpar.
And but then you got it right on the second try, basically. Not bad.
And presents it to the admiral.
Very nice, very nice. This is corrected, I'm assuming.
With
Okay.
your name spelled correctly now.
Awesome. This looks beautiful. I'll look it up. And then is there a pot of ink? An ink pot?
Oh, Kira would have handed you what he was using to write with.
And what was that precisely?
Just a ink and quill handed.
Yeah, perfect. So Mime is going to take the ink bottle and take their right hand and like dribble the ink over their hand, and they're going to spread it around, and they're just going to put a big honkin', I guess it's not big because Mime's tiny, so a tiny honkin' handprint on the document at the bottom and hand it to you.
Thank you, Admiral.
Thank you for your
And
diligence and for carrying this out on my behalf. You did a fantastic job.
your words humble me, Admiral. And he proceeds
Teammate
to
gives you some
go
finger guns.
and hands the documentation over to the first mate that came over.
And he is standing outside the door still, and it looks like his eyes were closed and he was nodding off as you open the door, but he snaps to attention when he hears it. And looks left to right and sees that you're holding out the piece of paper for the agreement, and he goes, "Oh, yep, and he gets like within inches, looking you in the eye to make sure that he can take it, waiting for that
And
last nod."
yeah, he nods and please send this and take this to your Vice Admiral with our regards and best wishes.
Okay, will do, sir. I think we'll be in touch again. As I will still be the first for our captain, so I'm sure we'll have tea again soon. I hope. And he gives you a fist to heart salute, turns on his heel, and marches back over on his flippers onto the ship.
And I return back to the galley where everybody else is at.
Oh, and he turns right at the edge of the plank, right when you're about to close the door. Captain did want me to tell you, almost forgot. Sorry, still rubbing the sleep away. He's yelling across the deck, but he says, Will you sound the horn then, or such for us to depart?"
Yes, I will
ooh,
make sure that we can
loud
sound.
here.
We will sound a horn of nature, of some nature,
Horn of
to
nature.
let you know.
Oh.
A horn of some nature to let you know we're ready.
Okay, great. Gong, whatever, trumpet. We're not real sure. But we'll listen for it. In the meantime, we'll detach the ships and pull up anchor. While you're doing the same, presumably. Thank you.
Yes.
Once again, and he salutes and goes back to marching across the rest of the plank over to the other ship.
Kira returns to let everybody know that we should probably prepare to make way. And does anybody have a horn or something to make a sound that we can use to tell them that we're ready to go?
Random
I
farts.
don't. I
That's
don't have a
terrifying.
horn.
Um,
Wait a second. I have a disco ball. Does that count?
Swords.
Kira kind of
I have a
sees you
claw.
talk about
Wait, I have a
this.
claw clapper. Oh, never mind. That's not going to help. I forgot I had this.
Nah, how about you? Do you have any ideas?
Admin,
Master
no.
Grandam.
I've been mainly in charge of keeping hold on the food stuffs and other perishables.
Could you
Is it
make a wooden
foreseeable?
horn on your bow?
Is it foreseeable that Grand Dam has seen an elephant before?
I think that's a question for yourself. Has Grand Dam seen an elephant before?
In my
imagine it,
world,
though.
possible. Yes. So, 'cause I know where you're from.
And that would answer your question.
I think I'm just going to throw the disco ball up.
Kiro kind of cringes when you talk about the disco ball.
He doesn't like to dance.
Doesn't like the what?
Dance, apparently.
Oh.
He-
I
He
mean, you
feels
can
very
go below
he
deck.
feels very he feels very out of sorts. Um, he's trying to be proper and
Grand Dam is going to go on deck. Find himself as center mass of the whole ship as he can. Look down at Adune and be like, "I'm sorry about this, but I'm going to need you to hold on real quick."
I guess this isn't useful because there's no music or sound that plays.
And
Just uncompelling dance.
after
Yeah.
apologizing to Adune, Grand Dam is going to turn into an elephant.
Otto's irresistible dance spell. Ah! What you're doing there? That's great.
And
Take
he's
it.
going to
Oh, there's elephants.
blast as hard as he can a big old trumpeting blast when they're ready to go. In fact, no, he might even wait until they're ready to go. He's just going to do it because he thinks it's funny.
God.
Waiting
Does-
until we were ready to go.
Adune, are you ready to go?
I guess so. There seems like they're still just finishing up, pulling up their anchors. I was talking to some of the turtles there too, and they're just waking up themselves, so they'll probably be a little slow. But the horn is probably still timely enough to wake everybody up and get them up and going. I was just trying to see. You can change
Should
into
I
one
go?
of those.
Up and get on the back
a
of the elephant
CR4.
and just start
Oh, they are CR4. My bad.
Oh, there's
Start
CR4
throwing
shit.
to the
I
sun.
need CR 1/4 elephant, CR 1/2 elephant.
Baby
I
elephants?
encourage this, chat.
So you just do like the trunk, or what do you mean?
Like just a little pygmy elephant.
Oh, that's what you mean. So you apologize to a Dune, and then you turn into an elephant that's only an
Barely
elephant
bigger
to a
than me.
rat. Yeah. And um, your trumpet, if you want to roll your performance.
You know, that skill that Grand Dam is so good in. 12.
Ooh, not
With my
bad.
-1.
Even with the -1, you are able to get one out pretty solid and loud that rings across the waters. But it's a little higher pitched than you were expecting, and as you kind of unclench your eyes, probably too, is when you realize, wait a second, everything didn't shrink like you were expecting.
You're gonna see a chicken walking up onto the deck, getting to the bow of the ship, and then just cock-a-doodle-doo to the sun.
You see a couple raised eyebrows even from that distance as the ships start to depart from each other, from the other, and you hear the whispered, not so whispered anyways, next morning hungover sounds of sailors going, "They have a zoo over there or something?"
Yes. Yes, we do. Enjoy it.
A menagerie, as the kids call it these days.
Okay, menagerie. I like that. So you guys
Feeling
set
quite proud of
sail.
myself. I'm gonna go to the helm and just sit with Adune as we set sail.
Which means too that Adune is made herself known to the other ships and is controlling the sails of her own volition, as well as starting to take the lead over the other ships as they're falling slightly behind her.
Bitches.
Into I need to grab these guys real quick. Towards the north. So with the sun at your guys' back, you all start moving towards sORCrates. Why is it? Oh, okay, brother. There we go. One more, yes. I was trying to shift the map over for those that can see here. But you will be sailing through the blue waters, and the first thing you notice on the horizon with land forming are the blue walls of sORCrates, looking like they almost rise out of the ocean up to its cliff sides, and with the purpled roof palace sitting atop the tallest of the inner rings of the city, and the gleaming bridges that span over top of the walls. And then as you draw nearer, you realize there are a few things you've probably forgotten about just with the short time that you had been there before, or at least hadn't had that much time to partake in. Which, for those that can't see, is there's a there you should be able to see the map that I've got everybody on now. For those that
a
do,
city map.
The crew of the Kobuksun sail up close enough to you before you make it right to this point, actually, and bid everyone adieu, and thanks once again. The captain, Gabuksun, actually comes to the prow of the ship too, and takes his hat off towards Admiral Mime, and personally thanks them for all the dealings, and wishes Rum Rollers luck in the negotiations with the Queen. But as you guys part and they stay back far off the harbor there, you guys start to pull into the harbor just past the lighthouse that isn't on currently, as it's getting on just past midday. If you guys wanted to tell me anything that happened in between there, this would be the time before I start moving forward. But that's how I was going to
Make a flag for the Adune for our ship, for the Rum Rollers, if we don't have one.
Oh,
I
say
think
we have a flag
Kat
now.
was working on. I think Kat was working on one.
I did. Did I share it with you?
It was forever ago. Yeah, it was just.
Let me see if I can find it.
It was just a chicken, if I remembered correctly, though, for the first iteration. But
yeah, I think
it might be
just,
something
like...
to discuss with the crew, is what I was going to say. Even
it could be a Dune, and on the Dune flag is another flag with an Adune on it, and on that flag is another flag.
The Dune's all the way down. Hello.
Yeah, we hear it. Dune's all the way down.
Okay.
Okay.
I
But
think
after
that's a
that,
good
it
idea.
sounded strange. Anyway, yeah, I think it would be fun. It's just, I like it.
I think people were just thinking on possible other options, or not. I'm not sure. General silence. Okay.
Carolina.
I was
that-
thinking Rum Rollers. I was thinking like a keg, like the sideways keg rolling at a slant.
Oh, yeah, it was just
rolling.
the one iteration of the flag. I did not get beyond that, it looks like.
I mean,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
don't we have a Rum Roller logo for the podcast?
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, is that Josh's icon?
Done. Easy. Easy peasy.
You guys
Or
all
no,
get
it's from
nosebleeds.
Propelled Gaming.
But
Yeah.
yeah, that's technically.
Why do I
Rum
recognize
Nosebleeds
the
for the rest of our
symbol?
lives.
It's a PDF.
Oh, this image
Doesn't
just
have to-
speaks to me.
Doesn't have to be decided right now, but it would be probably good for you to share that in Discord, one iteration
Right.
that you did, and let everybody speak towards their ideas before we get.
I mean, Admiral's
side
Admiral.
project.
So
Her
I
flag.
guess right now we can fly a placeholder flag.
TBD.
TBD. Fair enough. And if anybody asks what that means, we'll just it's shrouded in secrecy. Can't talk about that. Sorry, you have to be initiated first. That like just some bullshit excuse to make it seem very exotic and secret.
Read about the secret order of the TBDs? I heard you have to give a 51% stake in your stock in order to join.
Rich.
You guys are getting paid.
Okay, Jeffrey Bezos.
Just gonna have
Thank
you're
you.
just you're just gonna have people staring at you constantly asking, "You want me to go into the stockades?" I don't understand.
Listen, I've been reading about this thing called the stock market. It seems like an infinite money glitch. I hold out stocks, the book that I have.
Oh.
The art of the deal.
Stonks. With that, the stonks dude.
Stonks.
Was for
Yeah.
also not, I could believe he has the art of the deal.
I'm
No, I think the ones that I have right now are the free market and for-profit history of corporations.
So if I bring text to the if I bring things to the
Yes.
Rhythm of Veracity, can I
Yes.
hand them over to characters?
Yes,
All
that's
right.
what I did.
Okay, that's amazing.
That's what I did.
That is something that an entire plan that is about to happen is predicated on.
There, stonks.
But yeah, so
Are we about to become
while
the
you guys
East India Company?
yeah, it sounds like so you guys are moving into the harbor though just to give that while you guys are mulling over the flag and keeping the TBD up the Hoboksung mimic the flag for now while they're sitting off into just past the harbor. But you would also see 3 islands just off the coast of sORCrates. One with a giant crystalline structure, and 2 on what looks like giant stumps of what used to be enormous trees that have small villages on top of them. You're kind of noticing maybe for the first time or recollecting, but hadn't been to. And there's also the town proper with the blue ring where the market district is that you've been before, the red ring plateau where the pink plush pig is, and the palace at the top with the factory district off to the right.
Oh,
You've
factory
also
district.
been briefly too.
Can we tour?
As well as the shipping yard and the docks to the west, left side of the map there. So you guys sailing into the harbor, and
Yeah.
let me know. Adune goes, where are we setting port? I can head up the river too. It looks like to get to the front gate if we wanted to do that route. But
And it is
otherwise,
an
it looks like the
important
dock.
mission.
These are cliff faces that you guys are looking at along here, along like the city, where the city walls end, and what you just pinged on whoever that it looks like was Cat's ping. Yep, those are cranes that look like other boats have pulled up to in the past, and they'll used as makeshift ports in a way, and they'll anchor just below the cliffs and unload ships from above. Just that over in the market district.
Seen they good spots for the turtles?
The turtles didn't want to come into port, did they?
No, they're waiting out there. I mean, for them to live. This is a nice little
Oh.
peninsula over there.
Is it
I
big
just-
enough?
I just pasted a couple of them to show you scale.
We're going to need
Yeah, I
to get
figured
a
they
small
want,
fleet of
like-
ships to get to them.
Holy shit, they're huge.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna need like. So the turtle want to be on land. It's not just the crew.
Right. They're gonna need like big dot. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I don't even think they need
But
docks.
like the
They can, like,
city
climb,
itself,
right?
but like look how big the city is compared to like
Yeah, there's probably only
Yeah,
like
this
a
chunk.
1,000 people. There's like 1,000 people in the city, and these ships house over 300 plus people.
Oh
Or-
god,
I
so we're
think-
bringing I turned the others. Guys, we have diplomatic power now. We can vote.
Stop it.
33% of the
ask-
vote every time.
Stop it. We need to ask Queen Phiada how big her realm is. Figure out first how much. Listen, we don't need to mix capitalism and politics. Like, let's separate church and state here. It's fine. Let's ask Queen Theoda how big her realm is, right? Because like
Capitalism
maybe
is
there's
as
like
far as
a
I'm concerned.
maybe there's some space on the outskirts that like nobody wants to live in, and she would love to have a solid population. That would be perfect for the turtles.
That's true. Like a nearby small island or something. Okay, let's do this. I zip my mouth as we get into port, sit on my hands, and I thumbs up, and then sit on my hands again because I take my hands out of my pockets. Sorry, first time. Not going to happen again. I wag my finger. No shit.
So, you guys head over to the west ports then, because that's the main docks and ports that you're seeing currently. That would be, I'm guessing, an admiral's choice, considering that Adune would probably defer to you as well as most of the other people on board.
Yes.
So where are we headed, Admiral?
Wherever we can be docked.
All right. It's great that I have these eyes now. I
Very
can just,
valuable calico.
take us right over there. And it's more or less smooth sailing. The water gets a little choppy, and she has to navigate through a good many other boats that are in and around the port who are fishing and the like as well. It seems like. And let me see if I can. Is this correct? What's going on there? Why is it so dark? Daylight. Yeah, that's on. Okay.
No worries, just my soul.
Okay. I think it might just be because there was no other tokens and such. Anyhow, paste. There it goes. Yeah, it was just because of that. And bring the bookmark over. Come on, bring the bookmark over. And you guys start to pull up alongside after navigating through some of the other ships. One of the bigger docks, just down from the smaller docks, and actually, you would never pull a boat in that way. That's why they're all facing the other way. There we go. And Adune starts mooring herself to the docks as you guys are probably getting out onto the deck and seeing over across the way where there's a small shipyard as well at these docks. Or a couple small shipyards. Oh. That's hilarious. I changed the way that the dock lays out and then the shipyard lays out, but never went back and changed how the dock actually should attach to land here. So there's a boat. There's a dinghy. Yep. To get to the land. There we go. You guys all see the map? That are looking at the map? Sorry?
Yes, he's a nice map. Are you talking about the dock that's off the edge?
Yeah, that's what I was laughing at. Is that I left it like that unintentionally. I don't.
It's
I
a
don't
sky
think
dock.
anyway.
It's
Yeah,
an air
Need a
dock.
sky dock.
yeah. There is actually on top
Yeah.
on top of this dock another dock that is connected to the sky dock. I don't know. Maybe I'll get into that when I keep editing this map. That's the nice thing about working on Incarnate is what I was using to make the maps. I can easily go back
See,
and
these are the
edit stuff
poor
like that.
man's dock. This is where you get like bargain prices because you don't actually dock to land. Like, you still have to swim there and take another smaller boat, but it's just cheaper.
Yeah, to leave your boat there.
Oh, you want to dock
there-
on land? Oh, you think you're fucking fancy? Ah.
to leave to leave your boat on that one is cheaper than to leave your boat on the other one. The docking fees, it's all about that. So, you pull up to the other
Technically,
dock.
it's
That's
free
actually,
because it's not a dock.
I mean, it's a gangway. I don't know. I don't know what classifies a dock. Does it have to be attached to land dock? Probably.
Then you couldn't
Think
dock.
too much.
Well, I don't know.
An artificial
Um,
island.
Yeah, just like China. You're just creating your own islands in the middle of the water. It's fine.
Yeah, this just says as a verb, anyways. I guess I should look at the noun. A structure extending along shore. That is the first what I'm seeing. But anyhow, still technically could count because boats can be moored to it. Anyways, so pull up to the other dock and sit there, and a dockhand comes up as Adune's tying herself off, looks suspiciously at the rope that's tying itself around the mooring point, and then up at the boat, like, hello? It's a blue-skinned orc that's staring up at the decks of Adune.
As the one who's saying hello.
Mhm.
Is everybody?
I don't know. Not sure what
Yeah,
everyone was
so,
doing in that.
Yeah. So since I know we're in the port proper, Mime's gonna walk up out on the deck. Gonna hear this fella saying hi, and it's gonna like run over and like lean really far over the railing of the deck, like holding on but leaning really far over. I was gonna go, hi. Could you tell Queen Phiada that the Rum Rollers have returned, and we request an audience?
Dude, a heck out of the Rum Rollers.
Don't worry, she knows who we are.
Well, I don't have any contact with the Queen. I'm just a lowly
Oh.
deckhand. I'm just here to collect
much
the fee
money-
for mooring your ship here.
How much money would it take for me to give you for you to go to the palace and relay my message to the queen?
For me? Well, I don't think.
How
Let's see
about one
here.
silver?
He
I'm gonna hold up the
looks
silver.
out and he looks out into the harbor at all the other boats that are currently out fishing currently. Nope. I'm sorry. I would make that in an evening after all of these boats dock.
How
Not even an
about
evening.
silvers.
I would.
Look at-
My evening to me. So to answer your question, I guess is worth 5, 6, 7, and then he kind of like gets cross-eyed for a second. 8 silver.
No dice. What's the docking fee?
Oh, for a ship like this, you're taking up, and he looks down the gang, the plank. You're taking up a total of Well, it looks like you did park so that somebody could get behind you. It's not called parking, it's called something else, but we'll go with it.
Mooring.
Mooring, thank you. You're moored on just 2 of the deck rings here, which lets other people get behind you. You go with 2 gold, especially if you want us to unload the ship of any cargo that you might have, or load the ship with any cargo that comes in.
Shake my head.
No dice. Instead, I'm gonna cast banishment on this guy.
You're the good guys.
What?
No,
Oh,
get the fuck out.
Okay.
Bad behavior.
Yeah. That was unexpected.
If the target is
Uh.
native to the plane of existence you're on, you banish the target to a harmless demi-plane.
Right.
Admiral, before we do something that rash, may I attempt to negotiate? I've done such a good job for
This
you so far.
motherfucker wants gold for me to be
Is it-
here.
True,
Is
I
it
can
charisma?
negotiate.
Charisma saving throw.
Negotiate.
Yeah, it's charisma 16. Yeah, 16 CHA.
Yeah.
Yeah, CHA is 16, is it? So we both have to roll, right?
No, just the creature. Technically,
Okay.
for this one, I remembered correctly. Come on, is it? I think that probably did come through, but sometimes it does it. Yeah, I thought it might do that. I'm taking the first one, whatever the first one is. It's a 3. You snap your fingers and he's gone.
Any poofs?
Yep.
It's fine, guys. Let's go find somebody to take our message to the queen.
You have to hold concentration on him, so if you were to try to do another spell,
Nope.
Kiro is going to attempt to politely ask the Admiral to please bring him back. And I'll negotiate our docking fees.
Yeah, so he's coming back in like a minute. So I figure as long as most of us can like carry on with what we want to do, we can like, move
Put a
along.
bucket of water where he was standing.
Yeah, something like that.
does he come back exactly where he was standing too?
Yep.
The target
Yeah.
remains. At which point the target appears in the space it left or in the nearest unoccupied space if that space is occupied.
Okay.
I just want him to come back in the bucket, like with his feet wet.
So, you guys get Adune to send down the gangplank onto the docks.
Yeah, go Chanel, everybody. Into town.
And
We'll be back, Adune. Do you want anything from town?
Gonna get a ticket.
I'm still speechless with the thing. I think we need the supplies. I think that's what we talked about. You'd also mentioned something about armaments for me, but
Yeah.
those are the only things I can think of. You mentioned that I try to keep a tidy list, but
Okay, supplies. Right, we probably did use a lot on the feast. Let's get you more supplies.
you make it to the end of the dock, and there's another blue orc that's walking up, and he goes, "Hey, where's Phil?"
Oh, he went to go talk to the queen for us.
Yeah, that one.
Just looks back and forth between the two of you, and goes, he didn't walk by me. I was just walking up the shore."
Decided
He
to
went
swim.
the other way. Points at the water.
You want to roll a deception?
No, I want to
Or
roll an
a-
intimidation check because I'm threatening to throw him in the water.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, in that case, I'm going to roll an intelligence to see if he catches on to that.
My God, we're going to get arrested.
Hey,
Go
at
ahead and
least-
roll.
I'll be right back. I gotta go grab something real quick.
Alrighty.
18.
He looks up at you, looks back at the water, and he's got like the most confused look ever on his face. Like, I don't understand how he swam to the cliffs and climbed the cliffs. It wasn't that fit. He's just
Your mate's
like,
gonna look over and be
Real.
like, "How much money would it take for you to take a message for me to the queen? 1 silver?"
he looks at you and he goes, uh, I'd probably see
Yeah,
here.
what 1 silver
I-
wasn't enough for what's his name?
I'm going to be. I'd make in the
2 silver's
afternoon
not
like
You
5
want to
silver
take the
working
1
the
silver
docks.
offer? You won't.
You're helping the Rum Rollers.
Oh, I've heard of
Queen would
I've
be
heard of
forever
you.
grateful.
A queen has sent you on a
Flash
pretty
spin.
important mission, I hear. My family would
Yeah, we just
benefit
got
from
back.
if you really are. Yeah, they most of my family have been turned to the Grey Ones. They've lost their magics, unfortunately. It would be good to have them to have their magics back. How about
A low
instead
price.
no silvers, and I'll go get the queen. Let the queen know that you're coming, as long as you can promise me the first 2 antidotes for my or 3 antidotes for my family.
A lot of money.
I don't make promises. Here, have 3 silvers anyway, and please go tell the queen I'm coming.
Technically, it's the queen's decision, I think. But we have a small supply, don't we?
We don't have a
It's the
cure.
great
Just
stuff.
have dragon's
Yeah,
breath.
that's fair. Well, that's what the
Yeah,
dragon's breath is for.
I'm gonna say I'll do my best. I can't make any promises though. Here's silvers anyway. There's 3 of them.
And he turns his
Please
back and
go. Post haste.
starts running away down the shoreline.
Awesome.
And once he gets back to closer to some of the shipbuilding yards, it looks like there's some stables there, and he jumps on a horse and takes it back, like leaving you guys pretty heartily in the dust. Are you guys
I'm
Take
taking the
off
assuming it's
same
after him.
course
about
of
this
action?
time that Phil returns. Has it been a minute?
It's getting there. That's what I was asking. What your next course of action was before I filled that blank in.
Yeah.
You could probably feel him coming out like a turd.
Like a poop.
Yep.
I say we just like walk confidently into town.
Walk.
Idea.
So
Oh no! I'm gonna scribble a really quick note. I don't know where I'm getting this paper. That says everything's fine. This boat paid. I'm gonna like staple it to the side of the boat. Yeah.
Adune goes, "Ow! What was that for?"
Sorry, Dune. I just need this to be clear. So when the blue guy pops back up.
Couldn't you just like had Adune explain the situation to him? I feel like if I had the boat tell me it was paid for, I'd listen.
I mean, we could try that too. Or Dune, you could explain it to the hopefully nice orc when he comes back.
I can do my best.
Okay. And if he doesn't want to believe you, just tell him there's a note. Explains everything.
Oh, okay. That's what you were. Okay, I get it now.
Hello, Winnies.
And
Okay, we'll bring you back supplies. Thanks, Dune.
okay.
My little gremlin cat.
So, to the point of you guys trying to walk there, it would take you probably the rest of the day.
We called the guy.
Oh, that's
The
fine.
guy that you wanted to catch up with, remember? He was the driver.
Oh, yeah.
You pull out his card and press on it, and it just goes, I'm sorry, you are out of my service area.
I guess it's been a while since we've been on dry land. We could probably use some walking around.
Shoot.
And this way, maybe we'll run into a market or something, and we can get supplies for a dune.
Do we have any money?
I have like 100 gold. Have you spent all your money?
I have 2 gold and 2 silver pieces.
We got
Should
so
have.
much
Oh.
money when we left Socrates last time.
Did we?
Adune
No, we
does-
didn't.
Adune does chime in with, oh, you left some with me, too.
I think the money thing was like when you first got to Socrates, and that was right before I joined.
I said we got paid, right? Someone paid us like big
Mhm.
bucks. I thought it was the queen.
Yeah. You got
It
a
was
bunch
a-
of money when you first came here, I think. Sorry.
It was the Queen of Gargantium that paid you guys for during
Yeah, no.
the sickness.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't have. I
But
don't
that-
have
Well-
any money.
Well,
you
okay.
That was all mostly
Then we need
spent
to
at
go
the
visit you
markets.
first. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Right.
So what we can do is, if we see a market, we can say, hey, paid upon delivery. Like, take this to my boat. And Adina has some cash monies on her. But beyond that, when we get to the queen, aren't we gonna? She's gonna give us cash monies too, right?
1%.
I-
I mean, well, I don't know. Don't
I
remember.
also think that the money that's on board me here was intended to pay for the damages that the pink plush pig was the note.
Oh
that's attached
yeah,
to this
the 10
pile.
grand.
What damages?
Uh,
What damages?
You don't remember? Someone destroyed the all the glassware in the pink plush pig.
All the glassware that was
I've
filled
replaced
with
that by
bottles
now.
or
It was
filled
10,000
with
gold
alcohol.
worth. Yeah, and someone gave her coin, the god coin, the like the item that you spawn with, the super valuable one, and I hold up my like mega fist, the one that lets you make these as collateral. So like if we want that back, we should probably pay that debt.
Oh shit.
This
It's like a god killing tier item.
I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't have that.
I have one.
Yeah, see,
I
that
don't think it
concerns
is.
me.
I have never killed it. When have I ever done something so reckless? I do stupid things, but I don't do reckless things.
That's fair, except
Or
the
cruel.
damages the pink plush pig got somewhere.
That was not me. That was one of my siblings being played by another person. And I have a
Oh,
nosebleed.
true. That's fair. Yeah. Okay. Fine. We'll go get the coin. Let's go see what we need to. We need to meet with the queen first. So we'll just start our merry way hiking up to the queen.
Oh, I had an idea about that. More than me,
Oh, yeah?
I'm smoking right now.
Hairball.
If I had the spell, I have the spell fly. I could cast it at a level something, and I think target more than one person, and we could get piggyback there. Because you're small and you could ride on my back. Then Cat is a chicken.
Doesn't cat have fly?
Probably, she's a wizard.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I have it at level 3, so I can do it to myself only.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Now
now
we
we
can.
can. I was just about to say
I have
we haven't
been
heard from you in a
talking-
while.
For so long.
Aw.
Nobody's ignoring me. I have been
Yeah.
muted for such a long
Oh no!
I was about to
Okay.
say that's happened to me a lot.
I didn't even
Dang.
realize. It's probably because my computer isn't set up correctly and I'm sitting on the futon. And my whatever this thing is called keeps getting caught on the side of the futon and flipping the switch.
Ah,
I do have fly. But I have lost
Sweet.
track of thought. Where are we flying to, and why am I flying?
We're going to see the Queen, but it's like a day's hike from here, and we weren't able to call our guy for a pickup.
At least
Alright, so
not
do we
yet.
wanna
We're outside
fly
of his
just-
operating area.
All right, so I can
Yeah, I don't
use
know.
fly, up to 10 minutes,
At what
and we
level?
will have a flight speed of 60, and I can cast it at.
I can do it once.
I can cast it all the way up to 6th level.
How many people?
So
Which I think after. I forget what it is. Hold on. Sixth level.
God, I'd love to buy a boots of speed while we're in town, but I have no money. If we get the money, I will buy some.
4th level or higher, I can target one additional creature for each level above 3rd level.
Guys, think of all the great
There's-
encounters we might have if we walk to the Queen.
It's
There's
true,
so
but
many
we've
kinds of
also
people.
been trying to get Adune wings for literally years.
Yeah, I know.
It's there. It's right. You can go
I
reach out and
know.
take it.
Well, we can walk in that direction, and we can like take our victory lap of this place.
You are the admiral.
Are
It
we
is your choice.
promenading?
Can we? Well,
I
how
could
many people
totally
are coming?
promenade.
How many people are going to see the Queen?
I mean, if
Grand
I
Am,
go,
where-
I may
Yeah.
say something stupid.
I will
That's
go.
okay. You're pretty good with
Then
the
I will
Queen.
go.
I feel like, yeah, I feel like you and the Queen get along.
It's true.
And
It's
I
you
will
true.
have all
go.
the
We
all
partied
the
hard.
insight from Shandar to relay.
Right? I think everybody's going. So, promenade or fly? Up to you, Admiral.
Well, if you can fly yourself and Cat can fly up to like 4, right?
Remember, you're a small person. No offense. And the cat is a chicken, so you guys could ride on someone's back. And I actually show off. I actually have a new backpack specifically designed to strap people to me for flying and other reasons.
Yeah, so I could essentially just fly 3 of us. And then that would take care of it because I can just cling to anyone. What do I weigh? I only weigh a couple pounds. How much does a chicken weigh?
If they keep arguing about, yeah, you know what? Screw this. Grand Am is turning into a squirrel and darting off towards the palace.
I start chasing immediately. Huge eyes.
Do you?
Boom! I probably get you pretty quickly.
What is roll?
your speed might be there, but I'm assuming you're going for the capture / grapple instead of like straight slice in half.
Yes.
So you're going to need to roll a strength.
Strength.
How strong is this
Which is the-
squirrel?
I can't
Which is-
acrobatics this.
I keep
Oh
my
no.
I keep my strength, so
No,
It's so
because
Just get fucked by a squirrel.
because you
Seen it happen.
you're trying to hold him, right? So that's where the strength comes in.
Yeah.
But
Alright,
as
let's do
the
it.
as the person that's trying to be grappled, you can do a acrobatic. It's acrobatics or athletics. So you could also roll in athletics if you have better than just a basic strength,
it's the same.
but it's
mod,
unlikely. Yeah. Usually, unless you have proficiency or some shit.
I got a 2.
The gnarly little squirrel just flexes his muscles and just baps you in the face like backhand. No. And then darts.
What
off.
did you get?
I got an 18.
Damn.
What the I sit down and start like sniffing.
Reevaluating life.
That's the strongest squirrel I've ever seen.
friend?
Um,
All right. Who wants
I thought
to
that
zip
was
up? I could
going to
probably
go
take
all
a
the way.
full person.
Okay, so Grand Dam is now gone. So it's
I
Cat,
look at Kiro.
Hero, Mime, and Rural.
This will be a good
Kiro's-
test.
Kiro is currently pinching the bridge of his nose.
Kiro, this will be a good test. I need it to work.
So, especially
Look,
if
it's
I
got the
jump on
perfect
Rural's
place in
back,
the harness.
because I'm small, if I jump on Rural's back, then Cat should be able to get everybody else, right?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
going to
literally
say,
cast it at level 4 and get Rarlson and no, Grandam ran off.
Kiro.
Yeah, so it's just
Kiro.
Kiro, I think.
Okay, so yeah,
kind of.
Rarlson and Kiro, and then we can just cling to them.
Yeah, so actually, if you just do Kiro, you can cling to Kiro, and Rural has Fly, but he can only cast it on himself.
Yeah.
It's true. But I only get 2 spells a day.
Okay, I have many more than that.
Well, per short rest, I guess.
Yeah, so I'm gonna walk over and touch Rarlson and cast Fly on him, and also include Kiro in it, and then just leap onto Kiro's shoulder.
I think a happy thought did fly.
Yeah, I'm already going to be piggybacking on Rural's back.
Oh, yeah, here, let me help you. And I strap her in. This will make sure you do not fall. I basically
made
built
that-
a saddle.
I made that item too if you wanted to display it, but I think it.
Fuck
I don't
yeah.
know if it can because it's basically like it's a basic item that I made custom, as opposed to because there's no way to make non-magical items besides just going and creating it from the person's inventory. I can't just like have a listing of non-magical item, which is I thought interesting, but
Hey, Captain, this is great. If we wanted to, we could get a saddle of the cavalier, and you could ride on me into battle.
Like He-Man.
So
Yeah.
I zip around quite a bit. You'd have to be a
So-
ranged
You have the zoomies?
person. I have the zoomies. And then
Yeah.
saying that, I immediately take off. Action dash, bonus action dash, feline agility to double, and take off at like 1,200 feet in the first 6 seconds. Hold on!
Mach 12.
Yeah,
Just
so you have a
s-
fly
slight-
speed of 60, Kiro. Let's go.
You guys see the smoke ring of Mime and Rarl disappearing. Grand Dam, are you still hiding in the trees before?
Oh no, he's not hiding in the trees. He was going to do some parkour towards the palace and try and climb through like a tower or something.
Oh, okay. Okay. Just as a reminder, you can find the map, the overall map of Socrates, in the journal, and then you scroll down to handouts, and then to Alalopolis, and there is a map of Socrates there for your general reference.
Has he ever been here?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, good luck. So you get no map unless you find one on the street. He just gets lost and he starts living
assuming
his
the
new
palace
life as a
is visible.
squirrel.
I'm assuming the palace is visible.
Probably that
not
big
from your
pretty building
perspective.
that's well decorated.
What about from
Not at all. Well, sORCrates has those like districts, right? Like it's not a small place.
Mm-mm.
If he
And
gets lost, he'll go on a little squirrel adventure. It'll be great.
The Pichu Adventure movie.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what we got going.
Yeah.
Pichu
you
and
do
Friends.
see, because you guys all came in on Adune and you had seen the palace then. You do probably see its roof, just coming out of the top wall on the top of the cliff there. That's a purple roof, as you could see, the rings on were segregated by their roof coloring. So the palace was the only one that had a purple roof. The next ring had only red roofs, and the lowest ring had all blue roofs. So
Ways here
Not
must be
very
a
hard.
nightmare.
I don't even want to think about the code officials. Anyways,
Magic helps a lot.
I imagine it's really terrible if you're colorblind. But maybe orcs don't get colorblind. Who knows?
It's an odd. We see like a parade going past, like rights for colorblind people now. Stop
Bad
color
timing.
coding everything.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Give us stripes or give us death.
oh man, on this bridge is still some people that haven't been here in a while.
Whoa.
Those we've left behind.
Like they're all in the cum closet and on board the ship, just all stacked in like cordwood.
In the what closet?
The cum closet. Every time you disappear and reappear, you come out of a closet that has CUM closet on the door because that's where you come from.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
I like it.
Yeah, I think it's good. All right, so are we flying straight to the palace? Are we gonna get there
wait.
before
Yeah.
the messenger we dispatched?
At
You're
wildly faster speeds, I would think. Or that's up to Josh.
How
distracted do we get while we're flying? I think that's the.
That's a
Are there
great
defenses
question.
against fastly flying creatures that they don't recognize? Are we putting ourselves in danger?
Us. They know us.
Probably not that fast, actually. You do see, as you're starting to like take off into the air, some of the defenses align in your direction, which are ballista and catapult and the like. But it's very slow,
This would be fun.
and you were easily pretty much in the side of the palace ring before they even started to to zero in. That's the word I was looking for. In on you.
What do you think? Do you want to have some fun?
And
Or just go straight there?
you guys land right in front of for the most part, the drawbridge that leads to the castle. Should be able to see it. I also dropped your character token here, Grand Dam, just for visibility's sake. Ignore the extra Rarls because they aren't all here this time, though. I'll put those on a different layer. Okay. So, there's a question posed by Rarl to eBay.
I want to
What,
say
are we going
direct would
straight
be
in?
better because the spell is only 10 minutes.
Ah,
Well, we're on
And
the
I
ground.
don't know how long it'll take us to fly there.
Yeah.
I can maintain 300 feet around right during this. And then every other turn, well, after the first time, I can't. So going at about 300 feet or around now.
Go to here. So you guys are approximately straight line. That's the benefit of this flying gig.
Yep.
Approximately. Let's go here. I think we were at a scale of 5 to. Yeah, you're like. 700-ish feet away from the castle, straight line distance. Not counting elevation change either. So probably like 1,000. And
So
if
I'm
you
gonna
were
say it's a
flying,
win if we just get to the top of the cliffs, right?
I think you were. I mean, Rarl said your movement speed was able to. Sounded like it was going to be able to do that 1,000 feet before running out in 10 minutes.
Yeah, if it's 1,000 feet, we'll be there in 18 seconds. Did 12 seconds because I go 600 feet on the first one, then another 300, so like 8 seconds. No, 14 seconds.
Does the coffee help our movement speed? And when we're
Yeah, it was
flying?
plus.
Just
Oh
when we're
yeah,
walking?
plus 15. That's right.
Yeah.
So 60, 75.
Oh yeah.
75 times 3.
You gotta get a Dune, more coffee beans.
Yeah. $75 times 3. 225. That's 75. Right.
Math is hard.
Right. 75. 225 times 2. 400. So I mean it'll be about like 10 to 12 seconds. It doesn't shave off that much.
Yeah, I was gonna say. And it would take you about 80 seconds. It seems like, Cat, for your math if you haven't done that already.
I did not do the math. Because I wasn't sure if Kiro had any extra movement to his actions.
Let's see. My
I already took
movement
into
curve.
account the calf of 15 plus 15.
Let's see. Plus 15.
Here's the real question: does the admiral throw up upon the immediate halt of?
I would move 45 with
Nah.
all.
I think you have
Maybe
a
it has a
flying
stomach
speed of
of
60,
steel.
though.
She does. She's pirate queen.
That's why I was relying on for. We'll come back to that, I guess. And while you guys are, it's definitely more than the 8 seconds that it took Rarl. So,
So you guys get
I
there and you land
unstrap.
and you're waiting.
Yeah, I mean, it took a few seconds to unstrap her and like put her down, put the backpack away,
Mm.
take out a chair, make a drink, hand it to her, pretend like we've been waiting forever. Oh God, Jesus!
Without flow.
Flying these days, eh? Ain't what it used to.
The guards at the door give each other both a look and then look over at you. And then one of them just yells over, "Declare yourself!"
You guys gonna shoot some finger guns and say we're the Rum Rollers? Well, we will be when everybody gets here.
And the guy that you
Tell your
told
queen
to,
we've arrived.
uh,
Alright, go ahead.
you're good. The guy just goes, "Oh, we were told to wait for you. The queen did have a passcode, though." And he looks over at his friend, and then he looks back over at you guys and goes, "If I'm remembering it correctly, she wanted me to ask. Oh yeah, what was the name of her automated servant? Servant? I'm not sure how that works. Anyways, inside the VIP room of the Pink Plush Pig."
Jarvis?
I was
You're not
really
there.
high. I'm not gonna lie. I'd
Jarvis
ask the
ate
group, but I
confidently.
don't have a torque.
I have a torque. I'll ask the group.
As you're flying in.
My response is now you guys are making shit up, but apparently this is the thing, so I'm gonna ask the group via the torque. Hey guys. What was the Queen's automated service in the VIP room at the Pink Plush Plague?
gross. I can't believe they have that.
I believe it was Jarvis because he got us drinks while we were all sitting at the table waiting for the queen to show up.
I don't even. Yeah. Okay, I'll go with that. I don't think I made it to the VIP room of the Pink Plush Pig. I remember going into the first
I've
dance
never
room.
been in
I don't
a
think I made it.
VIP room to begin with. What's a pink plush?
You
pig?
should. Oh,
Mm.
it's a building. It's a nightclub that the queen likes to go to, get really drunk, stoned, and fuck.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
There's
and yes.
also a cool room there that lets you imagine anyone or anything you want and talk to them
Or
Why the
murder
queen and
them.
the dragon are going to be
or murder them.
good for each other. Yeah.
Or get murdered
Okay.
in that room because that's happened too.
Yeah, or that one.
So is that what you say?
Yes, I'm going to turn to the guard and say, Jarvis.
And he's
Shoot him
like,
some finger
correct.
guns.
And he looks to his compatriot. I'll send this guy right in and make sure you're announced. Just give it a
Guy.
few. Gotta make sure that the queen isn't indisposed. You know how she is.
Oh. Okay.
Well, as you're waiting there, I'm guessing at this point, Kat and Kiro are landing next to you.
It took you long enough. God.
Glad you made it. How was the flight?
It was good. Soon we'll be doing that all the time.
Yeah. We have to wait here. They're checking to see if the queen is in a fit state to receive guests. Apparently, our guy on horseback wasn't fast enough.
Whoops.
Soon
Poor
as you
guy.
say that, there's a very sweaty and frothing horse that falls into the courtyard. And
Oh, I'm gonna run over and heal it.
it
Oh,
it was twitching right when you touched it. But as you're touching it and it stops its twitching, starts breathing normally, but still just lays there on its side with the orc that was on its back thrown to the side, and he gets up. Oh, wait a second. Were you just down at the docks? I think my
yeah,
leg's broke.
Yeah.
it was a job interview and you failed. Thank you. Goodbye.
Poor
I'm gonna
guy.
reach over and heal the orc too. I'm gonna defer
He just,
and just
he just
shrug.
goes,
Be like, better luck next time.
oh, my family really needed that. At least my leg's not broken. But my 4 silver are lost for the day, I guess. And he kind of still hobbles over, testing his leg, and touches his horse that's breathing on the ground. But it just lifts its head up and looks at him, and then lays it back down on the ground.
Just like, nah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Turn to the others. Business, a cutthroat world.
Grandam, I know we haven't talked about your particular speed, but I don't know if you're going at a
Fuck.
dash or not even, and if you've looked
Absolutely.
at that map in the meantime too to see what you're working with.
Well, even if I did look at the map, I don't know. Just because I looked at I'm going in at the same level of knowledge as Grand Dam, and this is a town, and it's a circle.
Right.
Important
Yep.
things are at the middle of circles.
True enough. Trying to just remember what skill is usually associated with navigation.
Survival.
Survival.
Yeah, you're definitely going to have. I'm guessing this isn't your natural element either.
No, cities are not the weird, weird horror druids' natural surroundings.
Okay, I'm just making
Not
sure
where
I
he
I mean,
wasn't
is.
that's
making
kind of what people are,
Hmm?
right?
just making sure that I wasn't making full-on assumptions. But I think you'll be making a survival at disadvantage considering the circumstances.
Second. Because for some reason, roll 20 is being stupid.
Been there, done that.
Alright, survive. Boom, boom. So that is a
15.
15.
Not bad, not bad. You make it over to the top few. So actually, your progress since you're headed towards the center of the city, and you're making attemptually the most straight line possible. You climb up the walls of for the first outer wall, basically, and make it to the shoot. What are those darn things called? The crenellations, where there's people walking, and it looks like there's actually guards on almost all of the crenellations looking out very studiously out into the wooded forest out past the edges of the field that separates it, as that being sORCrates, making sure that nobody is on the attack. It seems like it's almost an excessive show of force. One of them actually looks over at you as you make it up to the top of the crenellations and tries to get out of here, and tries to bat you away. Just 1 second. I didn't need to
Hesitant.
bring that up.
He's about to get bapped by a squirrel.
Oh. Yeah.
This is not what he's actually wielding, if that actually comes through like what it's supposed to be, but that's the hit if it does come through. Yeah, don't ignore the damage from that. Just to hit 14, looks like.
Oh no. Against a squirrel?
Forget, does my AC also change as a squirrel? Or am I operating
Yep.
off of mine?
You operate off the squirrel's AC.
Well, I'm
Yep.
probably getting hit then. I don't see anything coming through though.
What don't you see coming through? Oh, I sent the roll 20 there as a 14.
Well, if
Hit.
it's a 14, then that's probably a hit. 5th edition squirrel has an AC of 10. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Even though my dex is better.
So he just bats you off the edge there. Go ahead and roll me a dex save. Try and grab onto the wall as you fall back down.
Worse than mine. I have advantage on dex saves because I'm a squirrel.
Bless you.
Oh, excuse me.
17.
You're not excused.
18.
Nice. Yes. So you get batted off the top part of the crenellation, but kind of grab right onto the other side of it. Kind of holding, not even falling all the way over the edge, if you will, of the wall. Just out of the orc's view that batted at you.
It is now on like Donkey Kong.
Does he turn into Donkey Kong?
No, actually, that you know what? That would be fun. I'm coming back over the edge as a giant ape. I think I can become a giant ape.
I
Let
don't
me
know.
double check. Sure, I can become CR1 half, I think. Let me double check the mic.
Giant ape is...
Maybe it's not giant ape. It might just be regular ape. Yeah, it's regular ape.
Okay.
Do I want to be a black bear? Black bear's funny. I'm coming over the edge as a black bear.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, okay, I see now. Okay, so you come back over the edge as a black bear, on presumably perching directly on the same spot you were before,
Yes.
and you get the guard that goes, "What the? Oh!" Seeing the fur that first is there as you transform bigger
Well,
and bigger.
And I'm also going to use my custom class feature that I've got here. He's going to have lobster claws and a whole bunch of chitinous armor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so first he's going to see the fur coming up back over the edge and like, gosh darn it, oh god, as you start to grow in size with fur, and then just this horrified look and gasping on his face as you get the claws, and you see him in terror backing up from his edge, trying to grab his crossbow to ready at you. But at his exclamations, you also see about up and down the wall, some 100 or so orcs ready their crossbows at you.
And with that, I'm going over the edge. I've made my point. I'm going to disappear into the crowd now as a dwarf.
Okay,
If
so
I
you're
can.
jumping.
If I can.
Um,
Just full on jump into a crowded like.
Yeah, just jump off the wall. If I had any more wild shapes, I'd turn into a flying squirrel. But no, I'm just going to jump off the wall like this.
oh god.
And as I land into a crowd below, just shift back into a dwarf. I'm sure I'll take some falls after this, and maybe hurt
Yeah, I
some.
was gonna say the wall's a goodly
The
50
black bears have a climb speed.
to 60 feet, depending upon where you're at exactly.
I'm
Maybe
going
even
to
more
climb
so.
down it. Black bears have a climb speed.
Oh, okay.
I'll
So
dash
you go
down
to.
it.
They're just climbing down the wall.
I figure with a dash, you're probably just like over taking your claws and like sliding down on your claws, basically like gouging, maybe not even really gouging the wall because the wall you're realizing is a really tight, hard stone that almost shines like a jewel under you as you're sliding down it. And
Fugitive bear on the loose.
um,
Citizens of sORCrates to be advised.
you make it into a bush on the other side of the wall, and you hear the slapping of a single bow twanging, and you look up to see that it's been shot up directly into the air, probably by the one that you startled the most. Shoot.
Probably fair. Granddad's not even mad. He started it though.
No, it's not at you. He's shooting it directly up in the air. Like I said, I was trying to think of
Flare.
though. Yeah, exactly how that's going to work because as soon as it goes up into the air, it does kind of flash and shimmer, and you hear more orcs gathering at that edge of the wall there, looking for you. I'm guessing you're hiding in that bush currently that you landed in.
Yes, and if I get the ability to, I'm going to turn back into a dwarf and just kind of toddle away.
If you get the ability to.
Yeah, as in like nobody is like actively
Peering into the bush.
Yeah.
Not currently, no. As they gather all on the wall, then I would guess they are staring intently at the bush that the bear disappeared into, and would see you coming out of the bush as the dwarf, and you hear one of them just yell down to you, "Oi, dwarf! Where's the bear?
What bear?
There was a there was a crab-clawed beast of a bear. It went into that bush that you're just coming out of.
I was just taking a shit. There's no bear in there.
The orc sniffs deeply. I ain't smell no shit.
I ain't
Unless it's the
smell no
woods.
bear.
Got me there. I didn't smell no bear either. It was some weird shit.
Weird bear.
And the captain of the guard seems to walk up over to the orc that's leaning over the side and goes, "What seems to be the problem here?"
He's harassing me while I'm taking a shit.
Stop your lollygagging. You can look at asses on your own time. And he gets slapped upside the head. Keep watching over the other side of the wall. And that seems to close the argument, and they all go back to their posts. Probably a good time to go back to the others. You think about your next.
Do not let Grand Dam do this too long.
On the next Grand Dam adventure.
Gyro and Kat, you've landed and seen that whole thing with the horse, and the other guard comes back out and goes, we had to give her a little bit of an upper, but I think she's up and at him now. You can find Queen Phiada in the throne room. Shall I escort you?
Yes, let's go. I start walking very proudly, like, yep, it's me, Cat. Everyone relax.
It's a raised eyebrow. Like, he's hurt, but it doesn't say anything because, like, he's heard of it, but he's still, like, in awe / astounded.
About the chicken? I know, I'm miraculous. Take it all in.
Eat her.
What? You want us to eat him?
No, you can't eat her.
Oh,
I was scolded quite strongly.
Yes, I am not for eating, and I kind of like click my beak and let a little spark come out of it.
Oh, that is intimidating. For those of you that can move your characters, may want to follow the guard here, but I was going to grab those that can't.
Yeah, somebody don't mind because Roll20 keeps crashing on me.
Oh.
Yeah,
This
and I'm
is
gonna
probably a
suggest
good
we
time.
call it. Yeah.
Yeah.
As we've
didn't even
arrived
realize.
at the palace.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one step closer. Yesterday we were on the open ocean, and today we're in the palace.
Yeah.
We're all so close, guys. We're so close. We're gonna get the
Reading-
queen to go on a date.
A long way.
Is that really what we're doing? Is this really just Tinder?
It was part of the agreement. I think we have to. Because he just said one date. Just
Yeah.
get her to go on one date with him.
I mean,
And
I
then
guess
it's up to him to do the rest.
Yeah,
I
that was
guess, you know,
specifically
if-
part
if
of
we're
it
playing-
too. Like, go ahead.
if we're playing the good campaign, what more good or deed can we do than to introduce two deserving people?
Right? Certainly not save the world.
Right?
No, love is the answer.
Love will save the queen.
Yeah, I need to go to bed. Yeah, save the queen from loneliness.
Alrighty.
Good session, guys.
Night. Good
Oh,
session
yeah.
for
yeah,
sure.
I liked it.
Lots of
Thanks
shenanigans.
for testing my backpack.
Yeah. Yeah, we went Zoom real fast. I
The
didn't fall
backpack,
to my death. That's
backpack.
good.
It's nice. It's nice not
Mhm.
falling to your death. I think it's something we can
Yeah.
all enjoy.
If anyone's a ranged character, like they're welcome to ride me into battle as I
Cat'll probably take you
generally
up on that.
Yeah,
I
actually.
generally I fly and I zip around really fast and
Nah, we'll
Climb
just
walls
have
and
you
get
pick
shit.
you
up
into
Grand Dam.
range.
Have you pick up
Yeah.
Grand Dam, and this Grand Dam just mutates into something in the middle of the battlefield.
Right. I mean, yeah, you could totally do that. Just pick him up and drop him, and then just like have him turn into an elephant or an ape or something, and just
If
like
we ever fucking
from
find him
60
again.
feet up,
Yeah.
right?
This is why I have a whole character where one of their
animal
main character
airdrop.
traits. Yeah, one of my character's main character traits is don't split the party up. Right? Like
See, that's
All right.
antithetical to Grand Dam's very being.
yeah, I'm glad you're not in the other campaign. Anyway, I'm out.
Yeah.
Night.
Alrighty.
Night.
Night.
Good night.
Oh no. Yep. I still got time. I still got time. It is still the 15th. I'm gonna make it. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna get it
I
done.
believe in you.
Josh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Augury to determine the best time at Eurythmic Veracity to enact my plan.
A grand and wonderful thank you for those who took the time and made it here, to the end of the episode, where I know sometimes we are long-winded and others we are just dead silent. I don't know what to tell you. This is raw here, folks. Please remember to like and subscribe, and you can help support us just by listening. But you can also provide even more support, if you like, by going to Anchor FM page and following the support link there. If you do so, I will personally work in an NPC or an idea, whatever you'd like to hear played out. If you want, you can get a hold of us through one of our many options, including voice messages on Anchor FM, or DM to our Twitter, or any other social media that you can find us, YouTube, etc. You can share your ideas, otherwise listen for the shout out and thank you for making it through.